Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to completely shift our perspective on what YouTube actually is. I mean, pretty much everyone today uses some form of social media, right? Whether that's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, or maybe Snapchat. And look, every single one of these platforms promises you the exact same thing: attention. But if you look closely at the data and really dig into the underlying architecture of these platforms, you'll see that only one consistently turns creators into long-term sustainable businesses. So today we're breaking down the mechanics of YouTube to discover why it absolutely isn't just another social media app, but rather this evergreen business machine, and honestly one of the greatest opportunities out there right now. If you've ever created content, you definitely know this pain all too well. You spend hours editing a TikTok or, crafting the absolute perfect Instagram reel or writing this super thoughtful Facebook post. You upload it and sure, people might watch it for a day or two, but then it literally just disappears into the void of the feed. Within 48 hours, it's essentially forgotten. Now contrast that with YouTube, because it works fundamentally differently. A video you uploaded, say, 5 years ago, can just suddenly start getting millions of views today. Crazy, right? So why does YouTube keep growing your reach while all these other platforms struggle to keep your content alive for more than just a weekend? Well, that difference is exactly what we're unpacking. I want you to paint a vivid picture in your mind for a second. Imagine creating just one really great video today. You upload it, you go to sleep, and you wake up tomorrow to find it has 100 views. Hey, not bad, right? But here is where the absolute magic happens. 1 month later, that same video has climbed to 10,000 views. And 1 year later, a staggering 1 million people have watched it. That's enough to pack out massive stadiums. And all the while, what were you doing? You were sleeping, working at your day job, maybe taking a vacation. The content you created just that one time is continuously working for you around the clock. This isn't some crazy fantasy, it's literally the standard life cycle of successful content on this platform.
Section 1. Powered by Search.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the realization that YouTube is owned by Google, right? And that single fact changes everything. It completely transforms YouTube from just a mere social app into the internet's second largest search engine. When people need answers, they don't exactly go scrolling through their TikTok feed, they search Google. And a massive portion of those results are YouTube videos. So instead of just aimlessly scrolling and hoping the algorithm feeds them something mildly entertaining, viewers arrive with specific intent. They know exactly what they're looking for. Just consider some of these search intents: how to invest, history of Rome, learn Photoshop, best camera under $500. When a viewer actually types these phrases in, they already want your content before the video even starts playing. This means that if you made a really comprehensive Python tutorial 5 years ago, someone searching for it today is still going to find it, they're going to click on it, and they'll watch it. You're capturing what we call passive traffic. These are viewers who are actively seeking out the exact value you provided in the past.
Section 2. The Attention Economy.
So, look, most platforms are engineered to encourage endless, rapid-fire scrolling. 10 seconds, swipe to the next video, 5 seconds, swipe again. It's just a series of quick dopamine hits. But YouTube's search-based architecture encourages much longer, highly intentional viewing sessions. People happily sit down to watch a 10-minute documentary, a 20-minute product review, a 1-hour podcast, or even a 3-hour deep dive interview. And this longer watch time is absolutely crucial because it means you're building a much stronger relationship with the audience. They don't just briefly consume a tiny piece of your content, they actually get to know you.
Let's move to and see how this builds into an incredibly powerful recommendation loop. We like to call this the discovery flywheel. So, imagine a viewer watches your history documentary. Because they committed to a long, intentional viewing session, YouTube's algorithm takes note. It's paying attention. Immediately, it recommends another one of your related videos to them, and then another. If viewers are enjoying your content, the platform will systematically push more of it. This is exactly why creators suddenly experience explosive growth. One single successful video acts as a catalyst, basically pulling an entire back catalog of older videos right into the spotlight.
And this brings us to a massive advantage: trust and authority. On short-form platforms, your followers can disappear overnight as algorithms change, right? Plus, content is often limited to these 20-second fleeting opinions. But here, you have the actual space for detailed explanations. Because you have the viewer's intentional attention, you can take the time to explain really complex ideas, show your evidence, and tell complete, compelling stories. When you provide that level of detail, viewers intentionally choose to subscribe. You build genuine credibility and authority that, let's be honest, simply cannot be replicated in a 15-second clip.
Section 3.
building an evergreen business.
Okay, let's talk about the money. While a lot of platforms have these creator funds that pay literally pennies, YouTube remains one of the highest-paying platforms on the whole internet because of these diverse revenue streams. The options are just vast. You aren't just relying on standard ad revenue. You can offer channel memberships, you receive super chats during live streams, you can even integrate shopping directly into your videos. And then you have external streams too, like brand deals, affiliate marketing, and course sales. It's an entire ecosystem perfectly designed to turn hobbyists into actual CEOs by multiplying how a single video can generate income.
And this brilliantly illustrates the true power of that ecosystem. 2018, guys. There are creators right now, today, who are still earning passive income from successful videos they uploaded all the way back in 2018. Really think about that for a second. Earning money today for work you completed years ago is pretty much impossible on most other social media platforms. But because of the search intent and that flywheel effect we discussed earlier, that old content continues to serve brand new viewers and generate continuous passive revenue.
It also really doesn't matter what your specific interest or niche is. We have educational channels, gaming, technology, cooking, finance, travel creators. Across all of these categories, people aren't just gaining arbitrary follower counts. No, they're using their authority and trust to build real, tangible brands. In fact, many famous businesses that are literally household names today began as simple YouTube channels.
And the biggest creators out there, well, they don't stop at the platform's edge. They use YouTube as this high-powered engine to run a massive off-platform empire. Because they've established that deep trust through long-form, detailed explanations, their audience is totally willing to follow them anywhere. They sell comprehensive courses, they publish books, develop apps and software, sell merchandise, offer high-ticket consulting, and even build private paid communities. YouTube basically becomes the top-of-funnel engine that powers a massive, diversified, evergreen business that doesn't rely solely on ad revenue.
So the crucial point is, when we look at the broader landscape, it becomes super clear. Instagram is absolutely great for quick updates. TikTok, amazing for those rapid, viral moments. Facebook helps local communities and friends stay connected. But YouTube plays a completely different role. It is a platform that explicitly rewards patience, consistency, quality, and knowledge. It's a platform where your expertise is cataloged and then served up to people actively looking for it year after year.
When you combine the power of a global search engine, long-form attention, deep audience trust, and diversified revenue streams, you realize the fundamental truth of the platform. It's not just content, it's an entire business. A single great video really can change your career years after it is uploaded. That is a value proposition that almost no other platform in the world can currently offer.
Which brings us to the end of today's Explainer. And I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Given everything we've covered today, the search architecture, the multi-year lifespan, the incredibly diverse monetization, is YouTube still the undisputed king of content, or do you think another platform is slowly taking its place? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our visual explainers. Thanks so much for learning with us, and I'll see you in the next one.